afternoon. I'm afraid I have nothing new to report. The jury is still deliberating.
Is that good or bad?
Well, based on the variables of this particular case, my instinct tells me that the jury is working toward a guilty verdict.
Everything she did that...
It's either a hung jury, which would be great, which I would actually consider a win at this point.
Why? Doesn't that mean we'd have to do it all over again?
Exactly. And taking into consideration what I have learned from this first trial, there's a significant amount I can do to undermine the prosecution's case the second time around. There's also a slim possibility that if the jury does not return a verdict, there won't even be a second trial.
I like the sound of that.
Yes, well, so do I, but let's not get our hopes up too high. The more likely scenario is that the jury is close to a verdict, but there's a holdout. Don't forget, it takes a unanimous vote for a murder conviction, and if there is a holdout, you can bet that that person or persons are under a tremendous amount of pressure to change their mind.
If it was Coleman, we'd have nothing to worry about.
I
But,
agree.
you know,
I agree, but Coleman is no longer a factor. In fact, the final outcome is in the hands of jurors whose opinions we cannot predict. Like, the whole thing is pointless to speculate about right now, so just keep your cell phones on. The verdict could come in at any moment, and I will be sure to call you. Gentlemen?
Thank you. The sooner the verdict comes in, the better Michael is.
Michael called last night. He didn't say where he was, just that he was doing okay.
Why didn't you tell me that Michael made contact?
Well, Michael called Carly, not me.
Right.
But he said that if you're found not guilty, he's going to come home, but if it's the other way around, he's going to turn himself in.
If I'm found guilty, then Dante gets exactly what he wants. He'll lead us straight to Michael before Michael can tell anybody the truth.
What if you're acquitted?
Then we're all in the clear. Last thing Dante wants to do is hurt his own brother.
See, that's exactly what Dante said. Sonny, but if that's the case, I don't understand why he's keeping Michael at all.
Spoke with Dante?
Yeah, I talked to Dante, I talked to Lulu, they didn't tell me where Michael is.
You could have backed Dante into a corner and made him turn Michael in. I told you already, you gotta leave this alone. Dante wants me to take the fall. He thinks he put together a case strong enough to convict me without Michael's testimony.
Come on, Sonny, seriously. Honestly, if you're acquitted, do you think that Dante's gonna let everything go?
One thing about Dante, he's not a vindictive person. I don't think he'd turn his own brother in out of spite. He knows what it's gonna cost Michael to be labeled a killer.
It is amazing the faith you have in Dante. And I know you're giving him the benefit of the doubt because he's your son, but the truth is, you don't know what Dante's gonna do. Why you trust Dante? Personally, I don't think he's earned your trust. I know that he's your son, but he's not loyal.
You don't like Dante. It's obvious. We've gone over this 1,000 times, but I can't ignore that he is my son. I shot him point blank, and he didn't turn me in. So I don't feel good
He
about...
didn't turn you in. He's trying to put you in prison right now.
That's his job.
Yeah, exactly. His job is his loyalty, Sonny.
First of all, Dante didn't know he was my son when this whole thing started, and he has obligations as a cop to finish the job. I respect that. But when it comes to his brother, that's a different story.
Did Dante protect Morgan? No, he didn't. He actually tricked Morgan into giving up Michael's location. So really, Dante chose his job over his family, and he used Morgan. Look, if this was just your future on the line, trusting Dante is your risk to take, but you could drag a lot of people down with you, starting with Michael.
But I'm not gonna deny that I want a relationship with Dante. He is my son, and I want to believe that he's a man of integrity. And we still got a lot of things to work out, but, you know, I hope one day that he accepts me as his father. But I don't hold him up any higher than any of my kids. He's no more important to me than Michael, Morgan, or Christina. Oh, boy. Hello?
It's Diane. The jury just announced that they have reached a verdict, so you need to meet me at the courthouse.
I'll be right there. It's Diane, the jury came back.
Did you find
Not yet. The men are still looking for him.
Okay, well, Claire told me that he showed up at Alexa's house. She called the police, but Michael got away.
Okay, we know he knows how to avoid the cops. I'm just happy he's not with Dante anymore.
You have got to stop antagonizing people
Oh, just-
because it's not too late for our good old boy judge to call a mistrial. Now listen to me.
What?
If you are found guilty, it is imperative that you show no reaction. I want you to be calm and emotionless because that will help us if we need to appeal.
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Peter Carroll presiding.
Now, take a seat, everyone. Let's get the jury back in. Madam Foreperson, has the jury reached its verdict?
Your Honor, I have new evidence to present before the verdict is announced.
Objection, Your Honor.
Detective Falconeri, you again. I've already locked you up once for obstruction. This better be damn good.
I apologize, Your Honor, but the truth needs to come out. Sonny Corinthos didn't kill his wife. His son Michael did.